sleeping. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to talk about why your life isn't changing and it's 100% your fault. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Theory. For the last 6 months, I went from working at 9 to 5 to now I'm moving to another country, working completely remote, living the life that I always wanted, right? So I'm going to give you guys step by step on how I did that, how I created the life and the vision that I wanted, and how I actually implemented into my life so that you see the guy that you see today, right? So on the left, right here, this was me, and now this is me. This was just right here. I think this was like last weekend. I went to Cancun for a day, and then now I'm in Panama City right now. I don't know if you can see, like, I'm in Panama City right now, and then I'm moving to Medellin, Colombia, in literally 20 days, right? So let's get to it. So most people don't have a bad life. I want you to understand this. You create the life that you live. Everything that you have is your fault. And once you actually take responsibility for your actions and for everything that happens in your life, then you can change it, right? They have bad patterns they refuse to break, and until you fix that, nothing changes. Nothing changes if nothing changes. It's that simple. All right, so here we go. We're going to start with the truth nobody wants to hear. Understand that right now you might think, oh, I've been trying my best to do something. I've been trying my best to change my life. I've been trying my best to get out of the rut. But I'm going to tell you something right now. You are not trying. At least you think you're trying, but you actually are not, right? So right now you're probably distracted, you're comfortable, and you're addicted to easy dopamine. And then you wonder why you're still living the life that you want, that you still live the life that you live. This is not how reality works. So your life runs into a loop, right? Thoughts turn to belief, belief leads to actions, action leads to results, which reinforces the thoughts. And because right now you believe that your life cannot change, you believe that because your thoughts tell you that you cannot live a life that's better. So now, by proxy, because your beliefs, your action, the work that you're doing is not congruent to where you want to be, which is resulting in the life that you're currently in. And now it reinforces the thought back into your own head that you are stuck in the position. I want you to understand that you are not stuck. You are not stuck, right? So this loop runs for everything. Your body, your money, your confidence. If nothing is changing, it's because the loop hasn't changed. And the minute we can switch our thoughts to have a different belief, to create a different self-image, we will have a different paradigm for us to view the world through. All right, so why are you actually stuck? Now, most people think, oh, because they don't know what to do, they don't have the time, they're not motivated enough. But in reality, the reason you're stuck is because you avoid discomfort. You don't follow through on the actions that you say you're going to do, and then you lie to yourself about the effort. Like I'm saying before, you're not trying as hard as you think that you are. Because if you truly try with absolute conviction in yourself, and absolute dedication to creating the life that you want, you will get there. You will get there. I am from a third world country, immigrant into the United States, and now I'm leaving the United States to go live in a different country just because I can, right? You are not stuck. You just simply believe you are stuck. You simply believe you don't have the right information. You simply believe you don't have the time. You don't have the motivation. But until you can switch the way your brain thinks, you will always be stuck. So remember that the loop I just showed you. So you're trying to change your life without changing who you are. Like I just said, that never works. For you to change, you have to become the person who lives the life that you want to live. Because the odds of you achieving this life that you truly want to live is right now at 0%. Because if you could, you would already have it, right? You can't. You cannot. The current version of yourself cannot live the life that you want to live because you have those bad habits. You have all those distractions. You have all of the things that's holding you back. And until you remove all of those, you will remain the same. All right? You can't. You can't build discipline with that lazy identity. You can't build confidence with insecure habits. You can't build success with weak standards. Right now, you think your standards are high. They are not high. You think that you have great habits. You do not have great habits. You think that you have, you're a go-getter. You're not a go-getter. But the thing is, you can become a go-getter. You can create those good habits. You can create those strong standards, which is going to actually implement into your life to create the identity that's congruent with where you want to be in life. So the shift. This changes everything. So instead of asking, what should I do? You need to say, who do I need to become? Who do I need to become to live the life that I want? Who do I need to become to move a certain way? right? Because once their identity shifts, the actions literally become automatic. I don't even think about going to the gym. I don't even think about where's my next flight. I don't even think about all that stuff because it automatically happens because my identity is now congruent to the version of myself and the version of the life that I want to live, right? And then you want to always be improving, right? So this version I'm talking to you right now may be a different version in another 6 months. I always say I'm always progressing, right? If your last 6 months look exactly the same for the last couple of years, you're crazy. Every 6 months I feel like I'm a different person, right? It's still the same me, but just I keep elevating my life. I keep elevating my brain. I keep elevating my identity to become better, right? So step one, your environment is shaping you. Everything around you is shaping who you are right now. And until you can understand that, the until you can understand that everything around you is slowly like putting their little thoughts in your brain of why you can't do this. So everything, the people around you, the music you listen to, the social media you're watching, the television you're watching, right? So right now it's probably social media overload. You're probably always on the internet. You're probably always scrolling on the phone. You're probably always consuming something. You get home, you watch TV. You get home, and you just go play the game, right? Negative people around you. If everyone's always talking about negative stuff, if everyone's always talking about negativity, you're always going to see negativity because that is what you are surrounded by. I don't even understand what most people be talking about because I don't even hear it. I generally don't even ever hear no one talking negative around me. Like, you gotta get away from that. You have to cut the noise out. You have to cut the constant distraction. You have to let your mind be idle, right? So to fix that, remove 80% of your inputs. Remove it. Delete the app. Delete the app. Stop hanging around the people that's not helping you become the version that you want to become. Stop hanging around the people that are always putting you down. Stop hanging around the people that is not supporting you to become the person that you want to be. Now we can also next we have to control our mornings and nights. Now, the day starts the night before, right? And in the morning sets the tone for the day. So if the day starts the night before and the morning sets the tone for the day, this is the only way you can be as coherent to where you actually want to be. You want to review your goals every morning. You want to plan out what you're going to do the next day. It sounds like a lot of work, but once you start to implement this, once you start to actually live this life and be congruent, you will realize it just happens automatically, right? You have to build non-negotiables. Motivation is a facade, right? That's how they keep you in the place that you are, because you feel like you need to have motivation for you to truly live the life that you want to live. You feel like you need to have motivation to start whatever you want to start. Motivation is a feeling, okay? Motivation is a feeling. Sometimes you're motivated, sometimes you're not, but are you willing to do the work regardless of how you feel? The person who can stay the longest, the person who can do the work no matter how they feel will always beat the person who only works when they're motivated. You must create these non-negotiables. The gym is not optional. Work is not optional. Learning is not optional. Most people don't even learn anything after they get out of high school. And then you go to college and you get some whack degree for a job that's going to pay $40,000, $50,000 a year, and you didn't learn nothing. Right? We want to learn actual stuff that's going to actually help our lives. Okay? Then we need to step 3, we stack the small wins. In the beginning, I couldn't wake up in the morning. In the beginning, I couldn't go to the gym. In the beginning, I couldn't stay away from alcohol. In the beginning, I couldn't read a book. In the beginning, I couldn't do social media. In the beginning, I couldn't even talk on the camera. But what we do is we do this one small little task every single day that's going to make us get 1% better every single day. Right? If you cannot read right now, if you cannot do constant learning, try for 5 minutes. Make a plan that sounds so ridiculously insane that it's crazy that you wouldn't be able to do it. Like, okay, you want to learn something. How about you read 1 page for the first week? How about then the next week you read 2 pages. Then the next week you read 3 pages. Now, what happens is that we don't have enough delayed gratification. We want everything now. Understand, everything what we're doing right now is undoing all these habits that you've been doing for years. and you're trying to get it done in less than a month. You're trying to get it done in less than a day. But you need to have patience. You need to have grace. You need to have some type of mindset that it might take some time. You need a longer enough time horizon, right? So like I said, people are trying to change everything overnight. You cannot. You have to get 1% better daily. Because that's how you burn out when you try to do so many things all at once. Then you realize why you keep on starting, why you keep on stopping, why you keep on starting, why you keep on stopping. Make your non-negotiables so small that it's inevitable that you wouldn't accomplish it. Right? Instead, 1% better daily. Simple, repeatable actions. Build the momentum. Consistency beats intensity every single time. It beats it every single time. Every time. Next, we are going to need to fix your mind. Your thoughts are sabotaging you. Your thoughts are sabotaging you. I speak to some people, and just the way they speak tells me that they are not ready for the life that they say they want. Oh, I can't. I don't have that in my vocabulary. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were like, oh, I can't do this. I was like, yeah, with that mindset, you can't. I can and I can't are both true statements. Because it all starts from you. Your thoughts turn to feelings. Feelings leads to actions. Action leads to results, which reinforces your thoughts. Which reinforces your self-image, your belief system, which creates your paradigm and how you view reality. You need awareness of negative loops. You need awareness of negative loops. You have to figure out, where are you falling short? Do you immediately when you get home, do you go and you grab the remote from the TV and turn it on? That's a loop. That's a loop. Watch yourself. Pay attention to your awareness. Pay attention to, like, every single morning you wake up and you grab your phone and you start scrolling. These are loops, but most people are not aware of these loops, and they don't know why their life is going in such a constant, just staying the same. Be aware of these negative loops. Be aware of what triggers you for you to grab your phone, for you to go to watch the TV, for you to play the game, for you to do negative stuff, for you to go hang out with friends that are not helping you move forward. I'm not saying that friends and stuff are not good for you. I'm saying if they're not pushing you towards your goal, it may be time for you to remove yourself away from them for a small period of time so you can get better. Because they won't relate to you once you say that you want to improve your life. They're just going to say, oh, cool, very nice. Hey, you want to get a drink? But the sooner you can realize these negative habits, these negative loops that are keeping you back instead of pushing your life forward. All right, you have to control your internal dialogue. Control what you say to yourself. Control what you think. Replace I can't do this with I don't quit. Simple. I can't to I can. I can, I will, I must. I can, I will, I must. You must practice saying this to yourself. I can, I will, I must. And you can. If someone else has done it before, you can do it too. As long as it doesn't defy the laws of physics, you can get it done. Because at the end of the day, we are all the same. Just humans. Like, really think about it. We're just flesh and bones, all on this earth, breathe the same air, put on one pants at a time. They are all like you. Everyone that you think is successful, everyone that you think that is elite, they're all the same. I meet some people, I've met some millionaires, and I'm like, you're so dumb. But the thing about them is they try. They actually genuinely try, and they don't give up. They don't give up, right? But you have to fix your mindset. You have to fix the internal dialogue that you're having with yourself. Instead of saying I can't, you need to say I can. Maybe you cannot yet, but you can. I can, I will, I must. The mind is I think I should put this in the number one, but for you to get to here, you have to understand this stuff before. But the mind, your biggest op is you. Your biggest op is you. You are the only thing in this world that holds yourself back. There are people who quadriplegic, whatever the word is, with no limbs, still making millions. Still social media stars. Still have reality TV shows. Still living a life that you're not living. And they don't have limbs. But their mind, the way they speak to themselves, they say, well, I don't have this anymore, but still gonna figure it out. the way you speak to yourself, the way the internal dialogue in your brain works. You have to start, but I understand it's going to be very difficult in the beginning because it doesn't seem like it's possible, because everything that you have experienced before has reinforced you to believe that you cannot live a life like that yet. Keyword is yet. And if you keep on believing that you cannot live the life, you will never live the life. So let's get to the next. So this reality check. It's not going to be fast. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to feel good at all. It sucks. But what's worse? Staying the same or slowly becoming the version of yourself that you really want to be? Slowly changing the identity for somebody to become someone who can actually do this automatically. And it all starts with the small little daily habits. And it sounds dumb. I get it. Read 10 pages of the book a day. Go for a 45-minute workout. It all sounds dumb. But those little small things. You ever heard the saying that a drop of water will not ever crack a concrete, but a drop of water dripping on concrete over time will crack the concrete. You just have to get through it. But staying the same is worse. You're going to look back 30 years from now, you're still working at McDonald's. You're going to look back 30 years from now, still working at this job that you hate, living a life that you don't like. I cannot make this up. How many times I hear people say, "Oh, I'm so miserable, so depressed." And I tell them, leave the job. "Oh, I can't." Why not? And then you're going to say, "Oh," and then I'm going to tell you, most people say the same thing. "How can you in this economy?" Do you understand that recessions are not really real? It's a state of mind. Do you ever hear rich people say, "Oh, there's a recession. I'm in a recession right now"? No, they're still going to get theirs. But the thing is that there's such an abundance, and because you don't believe there's such an abundance, you don't believe that recessions are not real. This tough times that you're in is not real. You can get out of it. It's only temporary. This is all temporary. But we only have one life on this earth. So what are you going to do with this one life on this earth? Are you going to remain the same and do nothing? And just live the same mundane life every single day? Or will you actually make yourself better? Or will you actually make yourself into somebody who can actually get stuff done? You have to ask yourself. Now, you already know what to do. The question is, are you finally going to do it? Are you actually going to do it? Read the screen. Or are you going to watch another video and stay the same? I'm telling you, I used to have information paralysis, where I thought I was trying, I thought I was doing stuff, but I never put action, right? I watch all these videos on how to change my life. I watch all these videos on how to get better. I watch all these videos on how to do this, X, Y, Z, but never. Until one day I said, maybe I should try. Because you're not trying right now. You're thinking, and you can think all you want, but until action meets the pavement, the life will never change. You can think all you want. That's why the people say manifesting. You manifest without work is just fucking delusion. It's just you thinking like, "Oh, I will get this one day." Without the work, you're not gonna get it, bro. You have to work. You have to put in effort. You have to put in the time. The sacrifice you have to do for the payment of the life you want is time. And you have to sacrifice the stuff that feels good right now for the discomfort that will make your life better. You have to sacrifice the sitting on the couch and watching TV with your girl because it's so nice and cozy. For getting up, going to the gym, going put in some work. You have to. Or you can remain the same. I'm going to go down to this freaking infinity pool downstairs. Chill, maybe go on a yacht. And live a good life. But the thing is, I'm trying to bring you to this life. I'm trying to give you something for you to even start. Something for you to start to change your life. And if you made it this far, you actually want to change your life. But odds are most people won't. And that's okay. Because we need people. That's just how reality works. There's 80-20 rule. 80% won't, 20% will. And I would argue 20% won't even do it. That's why there's a 1%. That's why it's the 1%. Like, that's why it says 10% of the population, 1% of the population. Because 99% of people will not do the work. Only 1% will. And you have to ask yourself, are you trying to be 1%? You only live on this earth once. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow, because opportunity only comes once in a lifetime. But I'll leave it to you. Like always, ciao.